this morning, please.
Helen, to the Sunday Times, Sir Richard Branson. Oh, here we go. It's right at the top there. Space tourists, will it ever happen?
Yes, not very good news for Richard Branson. A biography has come out by the very controversial biographist Tim Bower. Now, he's had this scathing attack on Richard Branson and said that his space programme will never hit off. It was supposed to first, you know, actually materialise in 2007. Then Richard Branson said it would be Christmas Day this year. Now it's going to be autumn. And he said that it's been mired with engine problems, explosions, outlandish predictions and outbursts of confidence. And he's taken £47 million in revenue, but he hasn't got the licence yet.
Right. Oh, I think it'll happen.
He's totally going to do it. I think it will happen.
It's not actual space flight, though. No. It's outer orbital flight.
But if you'd paid, if you're one of those people, you know,
it's $100 grand a ticket, isn't it?
The people
if you're one of those people with $100 grand, but you'd be saying, when am I going to blast off?
He's a very clever man. Would you do it, Steve? Would you go up and do it?
Yeah.
Space doesn't. Going to space doesn't interest me in the slightest. I'd feel so dizzy and sick.
Well, he's described it as an extravagant bungee jump, which will be over in minutes.
Yeah, well, it's not going to last very long, but actually to get to that point where you actually see, you feel some weightlessness and you will see the blackness of space and the curvature of the Earth, which will be...
Go to the IMAX.
Oh, come on, Richard.
Let's simulator for a tenner.
I can't give you $100 grand, unfortunately.
You could be the Sky Ambassador. You could do a report live from space.
I don't know if Virgin's going to want a Sky Ambassador.
Oh, yeah, possibly not.
I don't know. It's worth a try. It's worth a pot.
I'm an independent.
I would love to do it. I'd absolutely love to do it. It's Mail on Sunday, Iain. A supermodel and a very close girlfriend. What's this about?
This is a really weird story. This is a really old-fashioned story. It's about supermodel Cara Delevingne. Delevingne, I don't know how you say her name. And the premise of the story is she's had this weird kind of blood transfusion treatment that apparently is very popular at the moment. According to this, Rihanna and Simon Cowell have had this to boost their immune system. That's kind of the idea of the story. But it's not. The main focus on the story is woman possibly goes out with another woman.
Oh, shocker.
Supermodel Cara shares ghoulish vitamin drip with her very close girlfriend. First paragraph. She's admitted publicly when it comes to her sexuality, she plays for more than one team.
Well, there's only two teams to play for, aren't there?
Now, model of the moment, Cara Delevingne, has shown exactly what that means by locking herself away in a London hotel room with Hollywood actress Michelle Rodriguez.
Maybe it's the vitamin drip making her loved up. I think we should all have some.
I just think it's a whole page where it's got quite a nasty little undertone that she may or may not be a lesbian, she may or may not be bisexual. Who cares? It's just, there's a real kind of nasty little vibe to it, which is quite old-fashioned. Her very close girlfriend. Oh, go away, get over it, grow up.
Yeah.
Schoolboy tittery.
I mean, the fact that anyone may shock her or be a lesbian.
Outrageous.
Sort of clinking glasses there.
Who would ever have...
It's a really old-fashioned... Oh, look what we found. She might have a girlfriend. Good for her. I hope they're having a great time.
Yeah. Look, sticking with the Mail, actually, page 2, deleting negative tweets.
Yes.
This I can't see. I can't see this. Who's this to do with... Oh, it is. It's this main
this
story.
Followed the very tragic story this week of a 15-year-old girl, Tallulah Wilson, who threw herself in front of a train because of abusive messages on the Tumblr website. So now the Culture Secretary, Maria Miller, wants to challenge social media sites to actually take more action and remove abusive comments, which is long overdue. And you know, there's always a story, isn't there, about some abusive tweet. As journalists, I'm sure Iain and I and all of us here have been on the receiving end of that. And, you know, you have to think about this. This is, in the real world, our behaviour is policed. We would not get away with abusing someone on the street. Now, our virtual world, sadly, is becoming our real world. So we do have to make progress and somehow police the virtual world because it is becoming our reality. The trouble is, how do you do that? And if social media sites do decide to do that, it's going to cost. Yeah. So are they going to cease to be free?
It's difficult, isn't it? Because, I mean, at the end of the day, these things happen, you need to be able to deal with it. But for vulnerable young people, particularly, you know, this is what can happen. It's just awful.
The stuff that is directed at people because they think they're hiding behind a veil of anonymity is violent. I've had horrible things about me and my family, and it got me. It doesn't bother me that much now. It got me very, very upset. But the thing with Twitter is there are millions and millions of people on it. It's unpoliceable.
And how do you decide what is abusive and what is borderline, what is just put down to free speech?
Yeah.
I think this story is going to rumble on, and this, as our world goes more and more into social media, I think this will be something that will struggle to define.
This week, so moves are being made to say to people this is serious.
I deleted my Facebook page.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, my
good.
Facebook account. I'm off that.
Yeah, Facebook. It's disappearing. Facebook. So, well, looking to papers with Iain and with Helen. Look, you know I'm a geek. Iain's a geek as well.
Hello.
Aren't you?
Yes, very much so.
We were 3, Iain, because I know we're the same age. We were 3 when this came out, but doesn't that still look amazing?
Do you know what? I think I'm a little bit older than you then.
Well, you've just turned 40, haven't you?
Yeah.
I'm 40 in a month.
Oh. You youngsters. I've never been a massive Star Wars fan, if I'm completely honest, although I went to the pictures to see Empire Strikes Back. But now I'm approaching 40. I said to my friend who's...
Approaching 40?
Now I'm approaching 41. I've said to my friend who's got all the Star Wars films, I want to borrow them. Now I'm ready. They are making... They're making another 3 Star Wars films. The last 3 in the triple trilogy. There's a word for it somewhere. Anyway, the excitement, the rumours that are going around are that Mark Hamill, who was Luke Skywalker, Indiana Jones and the lady are all... I don't know their names.
And the lady?
I don't know their real names.
Come on.
What are their real names?
Well, it's Harrison Ford.
Yes, and
Carrie Fisher.
Carrie Fisher. There are rumours that they are going to be in the new film, kind of playing older versions of themselves.
Well, they kind of have to.
Well, yes, they can't make themselves young. I always felt sorry for Mark Hamill because he was Luke Skywalker and had this really promising, kind of bright, brilliant career. And then he just disappeared, didn't he? He never took off after that. And Harrison Ford was the big success story from it. But it's got... the internet is no doubt throbbing away with excitement at the thought of all of these 3 being back in it. It would be good, wouldn't it? The first 3 films they made were a real disappointment, the prequels.
Well, the first one was. I thought the second 2 were good.
Right, OK, they picked up a bit. But it is... I do kind of get excited by this, even though I'm not a massive Star Wars fan. This does fill me with nostalgia. I remember Star Wars...
This is a real boys' story.
It is. The late 70s, early 80s were dominated by Star Wars. Everyone had the Star Wars toys, everyone had the pencil cases, all of that stuff.
The whole, Yoda and Chewbacca are the big sort of...
Yeah, exactly.
Chewie's got to be back in it, surely.
Chewie's back in it. He's massive, isn't he?
Massive.
Can you do a Yoda?
A Yoda? No, I can't.
Not for public consumption.
He'll do one privately when we
You're
stop.
tall, you could be Chewie.
Oh, that would be exciting.
Get the suit on.
I'm quite a hairy man underneath this.
Oh, I was thinking you'd put an outfit on, but, maybe you won't. Think of the money you could save.